Jeff Nanista at JSN Roofing. Just a progress report on how we're doing here on the roof. I have about a week to go, so I'm excited. It's coming out flawlessly. I'm just so happy and honored to be here. So if you want to come over here, I'll show you how the roof goes together. All right, now these are Alaskan yellow taper sawn fire treated shingles. They're a custom shingle milled specifically for this premises. Compared to what was on there, which were perfection number 1 red cedar, the butts on these are 3/4 of an inch, and the other ones were 1/4, 3/8. So these are much thicker, and thereby allow for more longevity, which is everybody's goal if we're going through this process. Now, there's certain tricks that I have to do for this particular application. The one is the joints between the shingles. They have to be 3/8 to 5/8 of an inch apart. So this is too big, that's 3/4. So they're supposed to be about like that. So you run them like this. Your next course cannot be within 1.5 inches of this edge or this edge. So that way it staggers, so when the water gets in here, it can't go horizontally and get to the next joint. And the same with the one up above it. Now, one thing you don't want to do is get them where they're too close, or have this one in alignment with this one. You need the proper spacing. That way, any water that gets in here, it can't get behind here, it goes on to his, and it just drains out. And that's how wood shingles work. Now those look like really good shingles. These are all culls. Every single shingle that I put on, I have to inspect. Like, there's nothing really wrong with this one, right? It's not cracked, no splits, okay. Then you look at this one, it's got a check, it's got a split. This side looks good, but this side, it's no good. This one's got a vertical crack in it. Also, no good. These are the ones I have to inspect. Here's another check. So it's a shame. It's a nice, beautiful shingle, but it's unusable. So every single shingle that I have to check, I have to make sure that the grain is vertical, not diagonal or horizontal. And you can see on the end, you got 3/4 down to 1/2 inch because of that check. So when you look at the roof, that's going to look strange. So all these wind up on the ground. So that's a little roofing 101. I truly feel older buildings have a soul. And, you know, because the history is 300 years old. So a lot of people have come and gone over a period of time. And when I take control of a project like this, satisfaction to me is knowing that I'm the caretaker for the next 40 years for this building before it's passed on to someone else. Every job that I do, I sign underneath everything. So when the next roofer comes and takes it off, they know the date it was completed, who did it. It's a little time capsule. And it's hilarious because I'll find things from 100 years ago, Mike, Joe, Steve, you know, whatever. And, you know, so we always add to the history.